So here's the thing. Social media, okay? Today we're gonna talk about social media. First of all, you're joining me again on my floor in my family room. Where else would we be? Apparently this is just where we're gonna hang out for the next little while. And yeah, it's been a while actually since I've picked up my camera, like over a month. Honestly, there's so many things I want to talk about and go into, and I want to show you guys, like I said, like those kitchen essentials and home essentials and things that are helpful to me and things that are useful, and I really want to go into that, but I just haven't felt the motivation to start that up, if that makes sense. Like every time I think about filming a video, I just want to talk about something important. So I was like, we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna sit down today and we're just gonna talk about something that is important to me, and hopefully that will translate into being important to you. Maybe not. It may not be. You might be like, meh, I don't really care for social media. I'm not a big social media person. And in that case, fine, no problem. So this video won't really tailor to you as much. But if you are someone who uses social media, and I am absolutely someone who uses social media, then perhaps this will be an interesting video for you. I will absolutely be doing more of the like hands-on essential tools and tricks and those things in the future. But for now, you know what? There's so many things. I'm a ranter. Like I like when I start going about something, like I am going off about it. So today that is what we're doing. I am just feeling the ranty bug. I'm in the mood to chat, and then that's what we're gonna do. So welcome to this video about social media. So the thing I want to talk to you about today, specifically related to social media, is the fact that social media holds so much power in our lives. And I don't think we really let ourselves accept that or understand that to the fullest extent, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm just looking over to the side in the viewfinder. Again, I am very sweaty. My yoga bun. This is the huge. This is what's going on these days. So yeah, just ignore that. But anyways, back on track. So the thing is, when you open a social media app, so we're talking Instagram, we're talking Snapchat, we're talking TikTok, we're talking Facebook, we're talking YouTube, and et cetera, any app like that, you are actively, even if it's subconscious and it's just you go in, you press whatever, it's still, you are actively choosing who you want to watch, to follow, to subscribe to listen to. You are giving these people a chunk of your time, and your time is so precious and so important. So I really want you to think about who it is that you're following. So let's take Instagram, for example, because that's something for me. 2 weeks ago, I want to say, I went through, maybe 3 weeks ago now, I went through my Instagram, and it hit me one day. Like I was scrolling, I'm always scrolling through Instagram. Like, of course, I exit Instagram and then I'll open back up Instagram. And then I'm like, what was the point of that? Like, why did I even exit in the first place? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, not even there fully in my mind. And I'm just scrolling and liking pictures and whatever. So anyway, so I'm always on Instagram. So for me, one day, I don't know, I think it was one night, I was just in bed and I was like, why am I following some of these people? Like I'm following brands that aren't even available in Canada, like that, like literally aren't even accessible to me, like tons of them. I'm following people who are like let's say food people who post like, don't eat this instead, and like make you, nervous and afraid about foods that you're eating, and like just all of these accounts. Like as I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh my God, like I don't even care about all of these people and accounts that I'm following. And it's not even not caring, it's like it's negatively affecting me. Like I'm not enjoying right now my time on social media. And these are, I mean, I've had Instagram like years, right? Like since probably early 20s, something around that. I don't know really when Instagram became a big thing, but something like that. I've had it for a while. So I started following all these people right at the get-go. I've never gone through my Instagram followers. I've never really, like the people I'm following, I've never gone through that, sorted through it. I've never really cared to. But when I noticed that, I was like, you know what? I need to fix this. So I went through like that night and the next day, I think it took me a couple days, I went through and I unfollowed so many accounts. I think I was following like well over 1,000, like maybe like 1,300, something. Not that the number matters, but right, it's the quality, not the quantity. But I was following so many accounts that I really, like, even some of them I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know who this person is. I like just so much that wasn't serving me and wasn't giving me anything. And honestly, it was the best feeling to unfollow those accounts. And then what I did was, since I unfollowed so many, I took the time to really reevaluate, what do I want to get from social media? When I go into Instagram and I open that app, what do I want to see? Do I want to see a bunch of supermodels? Do I want to see a bunch of angry people being mad about food? Like, what is it that I want to see? And obviously it's not those things. What I want to see is the people that I know and love and care about. I want to see people who inspire me. So I don't know them in my personal life, but maybe it's celebrities. Just people who motivate me and inspire me. I want to see some motivational quotes. I want to see some helpful food and healthy lifestyle tips, but in a way that's really positive, and those are things for me that I wanted. So for you, of course, that's going to look different, right? We're all different people. We have different needs. We have different wants from our social media, but I really want you, that's the point of this video, is I really want you to think about, what do you want to get from social media, right? What are those positive messages that you want to receive? Because without us even knowing consciously, a lot of the time, we're subconsciously absorbing and internalizing all of those things that you're seeing on social media. And if you're anything like me and you're just constantly going through those social media apps and Instagram and all those, and you're scrolling forever and you get lost down the portal of the the interwebs, then you really need to be careful, because those messages are going into your body and they're going deep down, and those are the things you're going to remember. And you're going to be like, oh, I remember, like, you won't even know sometimes. You're like, oh, why do I think that this is something I shouldn't eat? Or like, why do I think this is a product that I need? And it's because, subconsciously, subliminally, you're getting all those messages, and that's what you're internalizing without even knowing it. So I really, really want you, it's been the best thing for me now. When I open my Instagram now, compared to how it's been for years, like I said, it's a completely different experience. Every account that I'm following is intentional. It's giving me something that I need. And also, I feel free to unfollow accounts, even if I've just recently followed them or followed them for however long, doesn't matter. As soon as I see something that doesn't serve me, I feel like I'm giving myself permission to go right in and unfollow that account. And vice versa. If suddenly an account pops up that I'm interested in, I'll click on their page, I'll go read about it, and then I'll follow them. So it's just kind of getting rid of those restrictions that we feel of like, oh, it's like sometimes we put pressures on ourselves. I don't know if you do this, but I know I do, where it's like you've been following someone for so long, you feel kind of like guilty on following them. This could be someone you know, this could just be an account you've subscribed to for a long time, or whatever it is. I want to give you permission right now. Unfollow whatever is not serving you, okay? And that goes for any social media platform, YouTube included, okay? Everything that you are absorbing and you are giving your time, your precious, precious time and energy to, should be something that is in some way positively impacting your life. So whether that's, it gives you enjoyment in the sense of it makes you smile, it gives you knowledge, it teaches you something, it makes you laugh, little things, right? It can be anything, just as long as it's not negatively impacting your life. We have so many stressors in our day-to-day lives. Each one of us have a million things going on in our lives, right? And that's going to be subjective, person to person. We all have our own things going on. So why do we make things that we have a choice over harder for ourselves? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, why are we choosing negativity and negative influences in areas where we have full control, right? We have full control over our social media, what you post, who you follow. That is 100% your decision. It's not forced upon you. It's not out of your control in any which way. It's fully up to you. So that's the point of this video today, because I am feeling, like I said, so happy now. When I am devoting my time to Instagram, I am really seeing accounts that I enjoy and people that I love and people that inspire me, and I'm feeling the change inside of me 1,000,000% over. Like it's hard to put into words until you do it for yourself. Like, I guess it's kind of like a social media detox, right? This is what I want you to do, okay? Whenever you get the chance, like, just do it for yourself and do it because you want to. Don't do it because I'm telling you, but do it because you want this change for you. If you really want that positivity and you've been feeling like how I'm feeling, where you kind of scroll through and you're like, I don't really know what half these accounts are, and you're getting lost in Instagram and not really coming out, or not Instagram, but any social media, you're feeling kind of negative or just in any way not enjoying your social media experience, then I want you to go through and detox whatever that platform is, whether it's TikTok, Snapchat, whatever it is. Go through and unsubscribe, unfollow, delete, however, whatever it works out to be, right? Just get rid of those things and then start anew. refollow, like look for new things. What are you interested in these days, right? Present me at 27 years old is not at all the same person or interested in the same things that I was when I first signed up for Instagram. And a lot of times, right, when you first sign up, like it's years later now and you're still following those same accounts and those same hashtags and whatever it was from years ago, because you know, you're like, oh, why would I waste time going through it? It didn't even occur to me. Maybe you're miles ahead of me and you've already done this, but to me, right, all these years, it's never once occurred to me, go through and unfollow these people. So I like, but like you have changed so much as a person, whether you believe it or not. Each day and overall in the grand scheme of things, each month, weeks, months, years, you are becoming a new person and a new version of yourself. So the things that served you when you were younger, however many years ago, are not going to be what serves you now. So like I said, my ideals and my beliefs and my opinions had changed. So I was following all these accounts where I'm like, that's just not something that I am interested in anymore. It's people, you know, maybe their personalities. I'm like, oh, I don't really agree with that personality at all anymore. I don't agree with what this person's doing. I don't agree with, you know, if it's like a lifestyle choice the person's making. There's so many factors, and I don't want to speculate, and I'm not going to name account names or anything like that. But whatever that is for you, right? If something comes to mind where you're like, oh yeah, you know, I follow that one person, every time I see their pictures or videos, I like roll my eyes and I'm like, ugh, like hate that. Bleep, you know, like, you know, you have those people. I'm sure you do. You're following something where it's a person, it's an idea, it's something that you're following and you're like, literally, why am I following this? And maybe you know the person in real life, so you feel bad. But I want to give you permission. Unfollow what doesn't serve you, okay? And really internalize that, okay? We owe nothing to anybody else. We owe things to ourselves, right? This is your life, your decisions, your choices, and I want you to choose yourself, prioritize yourself and your happiness. And that plays into, I mean, every aspect of your life, but specifically with social media, I don't want to see people being stressed and sad and you know, taking all these things in from things that you have control over. We have so little control in our lives. Like, think about it. Think of all the things in your life that are out of your control, all the stressors, all the negative things going on. I mean, right now we're living through like COVID, right? So think like so much we can't control. So the things that we can, the things that we actually do have power over, we really need to be taking control of and making it as positive of an experience as possible. I know people will go on detoxes from social media in the sense of they'll just shut it off altogether and they'll take a step back, or they'll do a day without social media. You know, those things are all great too. Of course, whatever works for you is fantastic. For me, I don't really feel the need to go off of it because, especially now that I've made it a positive experience, it's not negatively impacting me in that way. But if that's something that you're considering, maybe you're like, you know, I want to do a full day without social media, try to just not, you know, go on Instagram every 2 seconds, whatever that looks like for you. All of those things are positive changes and are great things to do for yourself, for your mental health, and for just for your own well-being. Like it's so important during this time, especially these challenging times. Like, guys, we're in a pandemic. So you really need to, and I am saying this to myself too, but also whoever happens to be watching this, you really need to prioritize yourself. And I don't know what that's gonna look like for you, but that's what I want you to want. I want you to want to give yourself the priority. Give yourself the power to choose what you're spending your time in, what you're investing yourself in, what you're believing. And I mean, this goes way deep. Like, there's a million other things I want to rant about also, like getting out of your own way, you know, like practicing mindfulness and the power that will give you over your own mental health and the thoughts that you have and not believing every thought you have. Like, it's gonna go forever. There's a lot of things I could talk about, but today specifically, I just wanted to touch on social media. I just wanted to talk to you about that. And I mean, I'm happy to continue this conversation if you have any other thoughts or any questions, anything to add to this conversation. I think, like, nowadays especially, I think there's some Netflix documentary out about social media. I haven't seen it yet, but I know that that's been creating a lot of talk about, you know, is social media good for us? Or like, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen it, full disclosure, but I know people have been really debating and going really deep now into social media and what extent they're using it and really reevaluating that. So I think this is prime time to really have that conversation. So if there's anything you would like to add to this or that you want to discuss, anything like that, feel free to comment it down below. And then, yeah, I mean, takeaway from this video, I want you to choose the things that make you happy and that serve you. And specifically in relation to social media. If that's something that resonates within you, I want you to really reevaluate who you're following, what messages you're listening to, what messages you're receiving, and just choose yourself and your happiness, okay? I know I've repeated myself a million times. It's because it's important. I want you to believe it. I'm believing it. It's been a journey for me also to go through this. But now that I have, and now that I've seen the effects, this is what I want for you, okay? I just want good things for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you so much. I want you to be happy. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel and you would like to, you can press the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. And I will see you again for my next rant, likely. Probably another rant very soon. I hope you're doing well and staying healthy. And yeah, we'll chat again soon. Bye for now. That was a long video. Honestly, I'm so sorry. I feel like it was very ranty. And I didn't once look in the viewfinder, so if it was blurry, that would be quite unfortunate, but too bad, you know. Oh well. It was very rambly too. Sorry if I talk fast. Sometimes when I get really animated about something, it's just word vomit, and I'm trying to work on talking a little bit slower and calmer, but like honestly, when I'm excited, you know? That's okay. Like, sometimes you get passionate and excited about things and you talk fast. That's fine too, right? We don't have to be calm and relaxed about everything in our lives. I don't know why I'm still recording, but we're still talking. We're here. If you're still here, I mean, you can click off. You don't need to sit and listen to me ramble after my own video. I'll just stop the video and make it easier for everyone. Have a lovely day. I love you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye for real this time. Bye.